1960s housewife. And if you missed my last video on the day in the life of a 1950s housewife, I will have that video linked down below so you guys can catch up. I'm kind of going through all the decades, and also I'm just going to do a very basic voiceover on this one. That way you guys can enjoy the music as well, but I will go into detail in the description box. So if you want to know kind of more on why we did everything, just check down there. First thing we did was have some cold breakfast, and our air conditioner also broke. I don't know what it was just like this crazy coincidence, and I know that most people in the 60s did not have air conditioning in their house, so I was like, this is so crazy. So we went ahead and put on some fans and opened some windows, and it wasn't too unbearably hot. And then I started on my morning cleaning routine, and I just did some very basic cleaning and put some very basic pillows on the bed, because that's how it would have been in the 60s. And then I just went downstairs and started cleaning up our kitchen and washing the dishes by hand. While I was washing the dishes, I had some music playing, and I put on some 60s music on the Pandora station, and I just love the 60s music. And then I got the kids ready for the day. Also let the kids make their own beds. This is something that I got when I was talking with my grandmother. She said that she had her kids make their own beds, and it didn't have to be perfect, but one thing she never did was go behind them. She let them make their beds the way they want to, and if they wanted it perfect, then they had to make it perfect. And I love this idea. It's definitely something we are going to start, because a lot of times I let them make their bed, but then I go behind them and straighten it up. But I think this is something we're definitely going to start doing. We did was start to make a dessert so we could have that night for dinner, and we were making ambrosia. And this is something that we actually have a lot, mostly at like church functions and stuff, but it became a big thing in the 60s, so we decided to make it today. I will have the whole recipe in the description box below if you guys want to make it yourselves. So then I started packing our lunch so we could go to the pool, and that was one thing that they did a lot in the 60s. I have found out was spend a lot of time outside, and so I decided just to go ahead and pack us up a simple lunch with some chicken salad and some vegetables and crackers, and we headed out to the pool. We definitely figured out why so many people stayed outside most of the time in the 60s, because it was so hot that it didn't matter if you were inside or outside. So you might as well be outside enjoying some breeze and enjoying the pool and all that kind of stuff. When we got back to our house, it had heated up a lot in the house, and so we decided to go outside to have some banana popsicles. So I hope you guys have been enjoying the video so far. I wanted to pop on really quickly. The kids are outside enjoying their popsicles, and it is, yeah, you ate yours already. Normally I start supper around 4 or 4:30. That way we can eat an early dinner and put the kids to bed by about 8 o'clock after bath time and things like that. So normally we eat pretty early, and it is already about 5:30. We are all so hot that number one, we are really not that hungry to begin with, and number two, I really don't want to heat up my kitchen, and this is really just making me like realize how much I take for granted. And I know that there are people still today who don't have air conditioning in their house, and I can't even imagine how the people in the 60s used to live like this all the time, and how people live like that even now. I mean, most of America has air conditioning, and most of the world has air conditioning in their house these days, but it just really makes me like not take my air conditioner for granted. With that being said, I don't think we're gonna have supper tonight. I think we're just gonna like munch on some vegetables and maybe the leftover chicken salad that we have, or something like that. I was actually going to cook spaghetti and put some grape jelly in it, because that was actually a fad in the 60s. That's what when I was doing like all my research and stuff, they said that adding grape jelly to your spaghetti or meatballs became like a huge fad and thing to do in the 60s. So that's what I was going to do. But anyway, so we're just gonna go ahead and get on with the rest of the video and skip supper tonight. So this is when we decided to try some of our ambrosia salad, and it was so good, and we had just some bottled Coke with it, and I was picking on my husband for ruining this shot with his hat on backwards. I thought it was so funny. This ambrosia salad was so good, by the way, so I definitely recommend trying it out if you never have before. After that, we put on the Andy Griffith Show, which is something that we do all the time. Both my husband and I grew up on the Andy Griffith Show, so we just put that on, and I let the kids still play outside on our screened-in back porch while I went ahead and started cleaning up. Cleaned up, it was time to get the kids in the bathtub and get them ready for bed. So after bath time, we picked out some 1960s books to go along with our day, and that was it for our day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave it a thumbs up if you did. The 1970s Housewife is coming up next. So if you were a housewife in the 70s, please leave your suggestions down below to give me some ideas, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!